Hello, hi, welcome, and thank you so much for being here today. We're going to do a timeless collective reading whenever it finds you. It's the right time. See what resonates, leave what doesn't, and remember that divine inner guidance is in you. Try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition. So your decisions are sound, based in love, and for the highest, greatest good of everyone. So we're all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with the Kipper today. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest, greatest good of all. What is the main focus of energy going on today? Main focus for the collective to be helpful, please, and thank you. The main focus is community. I feel like this is about an arrival, or somebody is waiting for you, or a dinner. I even see with that hula hoop, maybe something that is fun, an invitation. There's an open door here. It looks like a party, a gathering, maybe some kind of event. Maybe some of you are coordinating something in your community, or you're connecting to new people that you kind of vibe with. All of these people look pretty happy. And I feel like if there was a certain situation that was closed off to you, somebody is waiting for your arrival now, sending you an invitation, excited about you joining. I hear joining a team. When I see this up there, it actually looks like it says, it doesn't, but it looks like it says gym. Maybe it's the name, but maybe it's about joining a gym or doing something physical. This could be a team that you are, I heard, sponsoring or joining. Maybe it's a meetup, meeting new people that have similar interests. I feel like this is something that you're putting on your schedule, circling on your calendar, and you're kind of excited about going to. But for some of you, I feel like it might be a spontaneous invitation. I also see you setting up something that is beneficial for the community or your town or your city. I actually see like a community garden. I guess it depends on the season and where you are, but that also makes me think of a like a farmer's market. Maybe some of you are selling something. It doesn't have to be fruits or vegetables. Maybe it's a craft or something that you make. I'm also getting that maybe some of you talk to somebody in like a festival or something like that, and they point you in the right direction, or they have the right helpful advice that you were looking for, or they know somebody that would be beneficial to you in some way. I'm also seeing a word of mouth thing here. If some of you have a business, this could be new customers coming in, new regulars, new clients. I don't know why I just saw a lawnmower. maybe somebody likes to work out in the garden or do something in nature. Maybe they just start with a lawnmower. I feel like somebody's like, I don't know if I could do that as a business. You know, I don't want to mow a lawn like I'm a 14-year-old, but maybe it starts with that, but somebody just enjoys that project, enjoys the environment. They're really good at it. They get really into it. I see somebody like telling the neighbor, like, did you see how amazing my lawn is? And then before you know it, like doing the entire neighborhood or having something circulate seasonally. I just see somebody starting out, because I see this little boy here. I feel like somebody feels young or feels like it's silly, and before they know it, they have like 25, 50 employees that have to help them out because they have so many jobs they don't know what to do with it. That was so random to get from that. It also just reminded me, maybe that's the connection. There's somebody that has come up on I don't know if it's YouTube or TikTok or something like that, but it's people that go around and they look at people's lawns, and a lot of times it's elderly people, and they just don't cut their grass. Like everything is overgrown. And they just sort of, oh, it's giving me goosies, guys. Maybe it's something you can volunteer with. Maybe it's something even children could help with. Yeah, I just got really big goosies down my whole legs and my arms. These people just walk up and they're like, hey, have you ever thought of having anybody cut your lawn and, you know, helping you with your rose bush over there and maybe trimming your tree that's almost going to go through your window pretty soon? And these people are like, oh yeah, somebody started, but then they stopped. And then these people are like, well, how about I do it for you? And they're like, I don't have any money. And then these people are like, no, it's on us. We're going to just do it to help you. And these people are so thankful, and they do a really good job. They make it look really good. I'm even getting for some of you that there's the gym here. I had that little message that came through in the one reading with that 10 of Wands, where it was like the grandma that calls up the guy with the muscles, and she's like, hey, I got some heavy baskets here. Like, you want to help me with my lawn? I'll let you pick up the basket, you know. But I feel like somebody sees that situation as an opportunity. They don't have to go to the gym that day, you know. You got to do some extra labor that was helpful for something in the community. I see somebody making you cookies. I just thought of that scene in the Wedding Singer where he gives the woman piano lessons and she pays him in meatballs. And she's like, no, put out your hand. He's like, like, so maybe it's not about, you know, someone's just paying you with a dinner. They want to make you meatballs. 39, that is a 12, which is a pause. Maybe it's been a long time you've taken a pause and it's time to get back out there if you've been inside and in solitude a lot. Maybe you're getting itchy cabin fever and it's time to do something different, go somewhere different. But if it's that 12, it's also seeing something in a different light through a spiritual perspective. I feel like I don't even want to look at what this is. I love that all those messages came through with this. I feel like that was a beautiful place to start the reading and focus on. So let's continue. With what? Tarot. Let's start with this. Let's do a tarot message. And then I keep looking at this constantly growing, the constantly growing tower of mystery oracle cards over here. So let's get a tarot message and just get another layer of what would be going on in your community, what you're connecting to, who's connecting to you, something new that you are doing. I feel like somebody's leaving the porch light on for you or turning on a light. Or this is a change in your energy, something feeling lighter. I do like that kid has one of those. I know it's like 1800s or whatever, but they have that hula hoop. Maybe you do something like that. You hula hoop, you roller skate. Maybe it's not the gym. It's a different kind of activity. I kind of feel like it's kind of unusual and special. I also see somebody maybe crocheting or knitting because she has that shawl. I see a waiter or a restaurant or a bartender or a host or hostess or a cook or a chef, because it feels like there's something going on behind that closed door that feels very warm and inviting, and I feel like I can smell good food. Now I just smell like Italian food, or, you know, I smell like spaghetti sauce. And then this guy here, I don't know, he looks like he's a positive support system because he's holding that rod, almost like in the tarot. Maybe there's somebody that can help you get something grounded. Interesting messages with just that one card. All right, clarify 39 community, please and thank you. What would be helpful to know today? You got the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah, it's time to get out there. Something's going to spin. Something's going to change. Every time I look at this now, I see a basketball. A basketball. I actually just saw like one of those sigils or things that they have for luck on the side of a barn too. So maybe there is something that has to do with farming. All of these fixed signs here are reading in this particular Wheel of Fortune. So there is knowledge that is being heard or gained or offered or gifted. I actually see a library. It's interesting. I saw all of that. I saw all of that gardening, and you have a snake that is falling. So, but I feel like that's falling into new territory. I actually get different energy with that snake there. I feel like this is, it doesn't look like it's going or wrapping around anything. It looks like it's moving, and it looks like it's transforming. Wanting to get grounded by shedding the old you, shedding an old mindset, shedding that old skin, not crawling back into something you have outgrown. Even here, where it looks like you could be under the wheel, it kind of looks like a fox person. So maybe it's a, like kind of a slick, smart, foxy approach to someone. Also, the fox is a really good luck. I mean, this is your Wheel of Fortune, but if you see a fox, that's a very good luck omen and symbol to see. It's also like a cat and a dog together. A cool little animal. I just thought of the phoenix fox with the really big, huge ears. So maybe it's hearing someone, hearing something, listening to yourself, finding your center. When the wheel changes, it's always going to spin. It's always going to spin. So find your center no matter where it is spinning. And if you're in a weird place, it's going to spin back around. But when you get to the top, you have to be like this sphinx, which is holding a sword of communication, clarity, truth, and ideas, thoughts, the word. Pay attention to your words, how you speak. Also, maybe your words are, I'm getting like lucky. It's how you communicate that maybe connects. I actually see that you actually touch others or heal others in a very positive way. I see this sphinx as very expressive. It's a blue sphinx. So maybe it's something that was kind of puzzling or a riddle, but you asked the right questions. And if you couldn't get an answer, you did the knowledge or the research yourself, or were at least connected to the right people to get in the right direction. I just saw like your north node. I don't know if you know what your north node is. Maybe look that up. That has to do with your destiny. That's a more divine path. It's also tapping into your higher self here. A 10, which is taking you back to the 1, which is the I am, you can, you will, pursuing, moving, masculine energy. I just feel like there's a lot of luck coming in for you. A lot of changes that are about to happen. I feel like this wheel is going to spin in a very good direction. If something was getting kind of stuck or sticky, I see the wheel like in the mud. I see this, you know, when a weird today. Welcome to the messages of today. But you know, like one of those little tricks you can do when it's kind of muddy and your tires just kind of spin and you don't really get anywhere. You see how that, I just saw this as now a towel that you can kind of just, hey, stick a towel under the wheel and it's going to get some traction. You're going to get out of that stuck situation pretty easy. Let's get one more. What's another layer with this Wheel of Fortune? Please and thank you. Wow, you have the 6 of Cups. You might be connecting to a past dream or somebody from your past, or looking at your past with a lot of gratitude because you've come so far, you've learned so much, you've grown so much. It's both tapping into childlike energy, your child self. I see a gift here. Now I see 2 flowers. This person is holding flowers there, and now this person is bringing flowers here. Maybe something about flowers. There's also flowers up there in that beautiful cup, and there's flowers up there also kind of in a cup. Maybe it has to do with flowers or something blooming. This is sometimes connecting to children or grandchildren. It could be connecting to your community. It could be somebody coming back from the past, or you revisiting a specific memory or nostalgia, but don't get stuck back there. The wheel is turning, the wheel is spinning in a different direction. So don't keep looking up in the rear view mirror at what's behind you. Use that to get you forward, to move you along. I always feel like the message that's the undertone of the 6 of Cups is that you can have nostalgia from the past, but you might think about it in a more or less fond light than it actually happened. So don't get lost in memory land. Come back into the now. Focus on what you have now going on and what you can create for the future and look forward to for the future. It's also, if there's any dream that you haven't pursued, but you thought of a long time ago. Hold on, I have to cough. Hold on one sec. Usually when there's like something weird in the throat, it's lack of communication or nervous about communication or distance that has happened with no communication. So maybe that has to do with someone from the past. Don't get wrapped up in the what happened or, the scenario land from long, long ago. Come back into the now. If somebody comes back into your life, this is usually somebody you connect with in beautiful, pure, innocent, soulmate, simple, laughing, childlike love. It's usually very true, very real, and not that complicated. So maybe it's about not making something so complicated, just going with the flow, seeing eye to eye with something. I'm even getting accepting something or accepting somebody's gift or return or apology, or maybe somebody wants to express what happened to them in the past. The 6 of Cups is really beautiful, but I feel like it's laughter, it's innocence, it's fun, it's simplicity. So this could be somebody coming back around. You could also be working on something in this Wheel of Fortune, future, getting on the right track, destiny kind of energy with somebody that you really connect to, that you've known for a while, or somebody that you do really trust. Maybe some of you are running into somebody when you're out and about that you haven't seen in a while. Let's see, let's clarify that 6. Clarify the 6 of Cups. What do we need to know about this nostalgic energy? Oh yeah, it's gonna get back on track. You got the Chariot. So even if this is something that threw you off track before, you have another Sphinx. You have a blue, black, and white Sphinx here. That's a lot of knowledge. That's a lot of wisdom. And your Chariot is kind of chillaxing here. You're not really going very fast. You're just kind of going with the flow. Maybe one day you move, one day you relax. The Chariot is the road to your destiny. Here you got the Wheel of Fortune on your side. Now you got victory, movement, momentum. Your wheels are going to spin. Maybe this is even a trip. Sometimes I see the Chariot as means of transportation. It does kind of look like that could be like a tractor or a lawnmower or something. So maybe it's not the typical means of transportation that's important here. It could be a subway. It could be a bus. It could be a plane. But it's going in the right direction on the path of destiny. You are focused by or guided by this star coming from your higher self, your crown chakra. You clearly see what's ahead of you, but the Chariot usually arrives after you figured out what got you off course, what energies may not have been there for your highest and greatest good or for your benefit, because if something was always kind of pulling you one direction and pulling you the other direction and you want to go a different way, I feel like this is you standing firm, standing tall, going in the right direction and making it happen. What's at the bottom? Oh, you have something you might be walking away from, or somebody else maybe had to walk away from something. This is that journey of self-discovery, though. It's a little weird and bittersweet in the in-between time when you have to leave something that you started to build, put some love and time and intention into, and it may not have worked out. But don't stand there and stare at what's not working out or what's no longer fulfilling you. This is getting the confidence to go on a journey. You're discovering more about yourself along the way as the cycles illuminate your path, and you're heading towards that Nine of Cups, which is a wish come true. It looks like you're going to have victorious energy. If this is upside down, that you're just kind of sitting idling your car or your lawnmower and not getting in gear, or not in the right gear for the terrain. This is worth the journey, even though it's kind of a bittersweet walking away here. Because it, you know, if you start a project or you start something and it didn't quite work out, it's not giving up. It's maybe just doing it in a different way, in a different environment, maybe with the right vibrations around you, where you feel happy, fulfilled, joyful, excited like a kid. If this is upside down, it could be somebody who did leave, something you were building with in the past, and it's like the boomerang. It could be somebody that had to go on a little journey of self-discovery, figured out a lot along that path along the way, and now they recognize they are going to come back into a situation, maybe come back into your life, but they're doing it with this ultimate confidence, and this is usually somebody that comes back in a totally different energy than they left. They figure out a lot in this journey. So let's continue. Let's go to the mystery deck. Let's just get some messages and see what comes through. Extra messages on community, the Chariot, the Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Cups, the Eight of Cups. What is a message or two or three? We'll see how it goes. Messages for the collective on this situation. You can't change what you're not conscious of. I feel like this is somebody who followed their heart to go on a journey of conscious choices to change direction, change their own fate, learn from past mistakes, not get lost in the past, but get excited about the future. I'm also getting, with all of that communication I saw before, that maybe this is you getting through to the right people, groups, or person, where you're the one that brings something to the forefront of their consciousness that they can. Because if there's no changes happening, but everything is changing, the change has to be within. But until somebody has conscious awareness of what needs to be different, a different direction to go, what gear to be in, I hear how or when, and I see somebody at the crossroads. So maybe somebody was kind of going in a circle, like around and around and around and around. It's like they get to the crossroads, and the crossroads say, hey, you could have a new path of destiny if you go that way. And they're like, I don't know. I don't really know about that sign. I know that way. But then I feel that way that they went around started getting boring. Almost like when you're driving that car and you're not really in it. You're not really on that story that you're reading. You're just kind of mindlessly going through the page and not retaining the information. I feel like somebody has retained some beneficial and wise information on self-awareness, divine direction, and changes are happening fast. What is another message? Yeah, there you go. So maybe it is this upside down. Somebody's making a big turnaround. Either they're turning around from what wasn't working and going in the right direction, and they're going to discover that new territory, that new them along the way, or somebody is now going in a different direction that makes big changes in their life. I feel like this is an energetic change, even more than direction. What else? Whatever I saw before about getting like through to others that maybe you weren't consciously hearing something, or it was like in one ear out the other. This is you leading by example, that you can make dreams come true, that you can change and go in a different direction, that you can even get off course and get back on and get back even bigger and brighter and better. Teaching your truth. This is authenticity. This is you believing in what you're doing. This is you recognizing what your truth is and what you really desire and what you are proud of. I'm getting also that teaching energy on the fish. So, you know, you can go out in the community, hand someone a fish, or you can run a class and teach someone fishing. So, you know, when the restaurant is closed one day and they need to go out and help themselves, that is something I feel like that's something to be proud of, because you're giving people giving people their pride back, or giving people back their confidence, or putting people back in the position of self-empowerment where they may have felt a little lost, because now I see that person getting off path. That's really big. That's what that is. That's your victory. You're gonna have victory for sure, because this is the big V. Big V, big victory. This feels really good here. So something's gonna happen, a big turnaround. This could also be interesting, because I see this teach your truth, and sometimes you do try to teach somebody something, but it could be where, you know, you let a horse to water, but if it doesn't want to drink, it doesn't want to drink. And sometimes you try to be the one to teach something that you have wisdom or knowledge or experience on, and until someone's ready to hear it, they're not going to hear it. But then sometimes the most unlikely sources or people are directed into somebody's life, and annoying as it is, it could be somebody where in the past you're like, I tried to tell you that, like, did you not hear me? And this is somebody that could be coming back from the past, calls you up and they're like, hey, guess what I just learned? The most amazing thing. And you're like, yeah, I told you that like 5 years ago. And they just didn't hear it. They weren't ready. But then all of a sudden some random person says it and they hear it. But it doesn't really matter where it comes from or who gets to teach it to them, as long as that lesson is heard. And the wisdom is gained and lived by. So I guess we're gonna get one more. Let's get one more. What else? Although that victory is a pretty good place to end. I feel like that's what I was just saying. Like, dude, wasn't that hard? Like, I tried to tell you that. Were you not listening to me? Like, you know, the water was right there. Or, you know, the knowledge was in that book I gave you. Did you put it on the shelf and you never read it? You know you already have that book. Did you go and buy it again when someone else told you to? So it's sort of that I almost feel like it's a little bit like aggravating, but kind of silly. Just make it light. You got this, you know, this 6 of Cups. It's just laughing about it. Also, maybe this victory is not that complicated. Maybe this direction, finding your center, isn't as hard as you thought it'd be. Maybe leaving something behind feels better once you take a few steps. Maybe the big turnaround is, what did I see with that signpost? Like, go that way. That's gonna be amazing. That's the road to your destiny. And you're like, I don't know. The other way is, I'm kind of used to that route. So it's like, I mean, it was right there. Somebody just had to maybe refocus on a sign that was possibly right in front of them the whole time. So, simple instructions, maybe back to basics. Also, maybe if some of you, I don't know why I see with the simple instructions, like somebody not figuring out how to turn something on, and you're like, did you plug it in? You know, like, is it on? Did you charge the battery? Does it have gas? And they're like, oh no, I didn't read the instructions. They just kind of started with something without really, like, it's not that complicated here. It's not going to take much to teach this. It's something that's very easy, but somebody has to, you know, want to open the manual, want to learn something. I do feel like it is something that somebody's going to master, but maybe it is starting with the basics, not skipping, you know, the intro, or skipping that initial conversation, or skipping maybe some wisdom that is gained over here, or wisdom that somebody taught to you or pointed you towards. I liked this reading today. It was kind of interesting. Let's do a message. I want to do a message from the universe. Let's see what the universe has to say to you today to be helpful. Hi, babe. What you doing? Rose has been a very good girl, just chilling over here. I had to bring her a little bench because she kept wanting to be close to me. All right, what is a message from the universe? Overall, help, guidance, clarity. It would be helpful. Please and thank you. One day, I like this. Wait, gotta put my glasses on. One day when you least expect it, you're gonna crash into someone who is going to be so soft and gentle with your heart. I just thought of Crash Into Me by Dave Matthews. That's kind of a sassy song. Crash into me and I come into you. Who is going to be so soft and gentle with your heart. And you're going to be so glad that you kept it open. You are going to be so glad that you chose to believe it deserved more. So maybe somebody had to walk away. For some of you, somebody could be coming back around. They had a, you know, big hard shell on something, and maybe somebody is coming back with an open heart. This could be somebody new that some of you meet in your life, friend or lover, but it looks like that's a lover situation, and you're gonna instantly recognize this person is just a soulmate. They're just somebody that you feel like you have always known, and you probably have. You probably knew them for lifetimes. But this is somebody who is coming back caring, loving, open. I feel like if you also have the Chariot, I kind of see the Chariot as only really having space for the Emperor or the Empress to be in. So I do feel like it's somebody that is equal with you. You're gonna be so glad you kept it open. You're gonna be so glad that you chose to believe it deserved more. So if any of you were in a situation where you felt like you were going in circles, or you were in a space where it started to feel unfulfilling, and or somebody walked away to go on their own journey or self-discovery, that was still the space and place in your life that you needed to figure out what was healthy for you, what your boundaries are. Now that you've had that experience, sometimes it's over pain. You can consciously change yourself and what you need to do towards your future to handle a new cycle differently than an old repeating pattern. And know what you deserve. Know that you deserve the best. You deserve to be around beautiful energies and people that have an open door and are happy for your arrival, happy for you to help, happy that you value their time and they value yours. Happy to see you succeed and on the road to your destiny. Happy when you have beautiful things that come in your life. And have this beautiful, soft, gentle, simple, pure, true heart. I feel like it's just love. I feel like it's that complicated. Maybe it was something really complicated in the past, or it was a complicated transition, or you've made something less complicated by gaining more inner standing on who you are, and maybe also compassion and divine sight to see the beautiful bright light and divinity in others wherever they are on their journey, their growth, their destiny. Their instructions, staring at the cover, we're on step number 3. Put rod A into rod B, connect to rod C, end. So, all right, guys. I kind of feel like this was our reading. So I am going to end today's reading here. And I hope this was helpful for you. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. I love you so much. I appreciate you being here with me, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I bid you adieu. Bye.